Hey, boys and girls, let's get going with our reading lesson for today. Our purpose for reading today is that I can describe the author's perspective in a text. So, we're going to be looking back at our text, our biography, which remember is a nonfiction, a real story about a real person's life. This story was about Dolores Huerta. And in this, we're going to be thinking about the author's perspective, and that's what the author thinks or feels about something in the text. And today we're going to think about what does the author think or feel, or how does he feel about Dolores Huerta, and does he think that she is a good citizen? Now, after you guys read it yesterday, you could probably decide that the author does believe that Dolores is a good citizen and shows citizenship throughout this story. So today what I want to do is I want to go and find details. I'm going to pluck them out from the text and use them as my answers to prove that he really does think she is a good citizen. All right, so here's our question for today that you guys are going to be working on in your Google Doc, and we're going to be finding the first detail together here. So after reading Dolores Huerta, we're going to be completing this chart. We're going to get the first one here together, and then you guys are going to be finding the next two details on your own and finding the page number where you found it. So let's take a look at our first page here. Oops, I need to fix that. All right, so we are going to be looking at this first page here. Now, I know the first page, we have an introduction saying Dolores, she learned good citizenship that was important to her as she grew up. And then in the beginning here, it's talking about how Dolores was born in 1930s. She lived in New Mexico. She lived with her mother. Her mother believed that people should be treated fairly. These details aren't really telling me about what Dolores is doing and how she's being a good citizen. I feel that most of this is talking about Dolores's mother. So what I'm going to do, because I've already read this, that's why I know this, I'm going to go to the next page and see if it tells me more about Dolores. Okay. All right, so on this page, it says Dolores goes to school. So let's start looking for some details that show she's being a good citizen. Now remember, being a good citizen means you're helping others in your community. So let's take a look. Dolores saw how hard life was for farm workers in California. She wanted everyone to be treated fairly. This attitude continued as she attended college and studied to become a teacher. Many of the students that Dolores taught were the children of the farm workers. These students were often tired and hungry. They came to school barefoot because they had no shoes. Dolores knew she needed to help them. Well, what's she going to do? As a result, she went to her school's principal and proposed some good ideas. She tried to get free lunches and milk for the children. Okay, so what is she doing here? She went to the principal and she shared some ideas and she's trying to get children free lunches and milk. I think that could be a good detail that I could use here. So, what I'm going to do is, since this sentence shows me she's being a good citizen and helping others in the community, I'm going to pluck it out of the text and I'm going to drop it into my answer down here. So now my first detail, this is my teacher example, and this is already on your Google Doc. It says Dolores tried to get free lunches and milk for children at her school. And that's really 100% what that says. I just added in at her school there. And after it, I put the page number. This is on page 378. That's where I found the detail. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is practice what I just did. Continue reading on the text. You can continue on starting right here. And you're looking for two more additional details that tell me about how Dolores was a good citizen and shows citizenship. So, your question page looks like this. So here's the first one. It is already there for you. We just found that one. You guys are going to be filling in detail 2 and detail 3 today. And you're also going to, after that, decide if you agree. Did the author do a good job convincing you that Dolores was a good citizen? So when you get down here, it says, do you agree with the author? And here are your sentence starters that you should choose from. As a good reading student, I want to make sure I'm restating and practicing that skill. So I might say, I agree with the author, comma, because, and tell why. Or I disagree with the author, comma, because, and tell why. Now, if you just say, I agree, is that really answering that question? Not really, because you want to tell and explain why you think so. Otherwise, that's like anybody no-brainer could say, yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree. But why? Why not? Or why do you? So that is your assignment for today. Make sure that you are taking your time and doing a good job in finding details from the text. I don't want you to make up something you remember. I want you to say, I found this detail on this page and I put it into my answer. Okay, this is really easy to do because if you have your small key book, the text can be beside of you, and while you're typing your answer, you can see it at the same time. All right, so that is your assignment for today. Good luck and do a good job. All right, see you guys later.